Hi everyone, it's Susan here from Wellbeing. So here we are, 2 o'clock Thursday, with the Inspire Fitness Academy one-stop shop, and I am going to be doing some therapeutic tapping with you. And so for those of you who are regulars, then fantastic, get tapping, don't wait for me. You know the sequence, you know the process. Otherwise, for those who it's a bit new to you, then this is a wonderful, calming, soothing, therapeutic tool, which makes it sound very grand and very therapy-like. But actually, it's a really beautiful, simple technique that we can use on ourselves and on our children and on anybody, you know, even the doggies love it. So it's all about touch, and we are very tactile beings. We need to touch and we need to be touched. And so what this does, though, is it gives us time to sit down, be still, and to purposefully touch ourselves in certain areas on certain points of the body which connect directly to the nervous system and helps to calm it as well as energize it. So it has lots of different benefits from doing this wonderful tapping. So we use the pads of the fingers on the fingertips, not the nails, and we just find a nice light rhythm to soothe and calm us. So that in itself is a wonderful de-stressing feeling that you can do for yourself. Whatever the situation, whatever's going on, then this is something really useful to have up your sleeve. And I mentioned at the beginning that it's also good for children. It really is. If you know, we're into the summer holidays now, and of course, fortunately, it's good weather, so they can get out. So that's brilliant. But of course, you know, on the days where they get bored, you know, and they can't get out, then something like this can be really helpful. And they can do it on themselves. You can do it on them, to them, with them. It's just fantastic, you know. It's a real family time to get together to do something lovely like this for one another. So okay, I'm going to do a card though. First of all, let's get our lovely mermaids and dolphin cards out. And let's see what comes up for us today in the way of a inspired well-being message. And again, for those of you who've been following me, know that I like to use lots of these lovely, pretty ways of being able to tap into our intuition. Creative, it's our creativity, and the cards are, you know, people know them as oracle cards, affirmation cards, tarot cards even. And sometimes when we mention the word tarot, that can be a bit frightening for a lot of people. But actually what these are cards. It's a deck of cards with pretty pictures on. They all have this on one side, so it's all the same on one side. You can't play snap with them. So there's only one card of its type in the deck, and so, you know, they can just trigger a thought, helps you to think outside of the box, and it's quite amazing how uncannily they can be just what you need. So the intention here is that the card will have the picture and the message, which will be perfect for all of those who happen to watch this, who are watching this, and we will get exactly the right inspiration for us right now. So one usually jumps out sometimes it just has a look about it and I think, yeah, that's the one. There we are, that's the one. Okay, let's see, what have we got here? Oh, we have break free. Oh, what does that mean to you? Break free. So it is that, you know, that statement itself, it's almost a command. It's like, you gotta break free. You gotta cut loose. You gotta, cut that out. You've got to free yourself. So whatever that is bringing up for you. Anyway, the message on the card itself is try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. So it could be just coming on here and seeing Susan Gardner from Meta Wellbeing doing this very strange tapping. What the heck is that all about? How can that possibly help you? Maybe it's just something as simple as this, to try it out. Because whatever is going on for you, it just might help. It just might make you feel a little better. And it just might bring to the surface some ideas as to what else you can do for yourself, which is empowering and helps you to feel a whole lot better. Because, ultimately, folks, life is about finding ways to feel good, to feel better than maybe if you're not feeling so good. So, this is really, really important because there's a lot of stuff going on, continuing to go on, which doesn't make us feel good. It's very easy to get swept up in all the drama, the news, the media, and the negativity of it all. So, reducing airtime, reducing news time can be really helpful. It can certainly help you to break free of that, that strongly drawing you into something where you can very quickly and feel overwhelmed and powerless to be able to do anything. And really, it's we have to remember that the news feeds on bringing to our screens stuff that is often very, very often exaggerated, and it has an entertainment value. That's what gets us hooked onto it. So yeah, just have an awareness as to how much time you're spending looking at news items which are negatively biased. It's really good to go looking for positives, for things that are actually good about this situation that we're all in. And what's the learning lesson? What can we really learn from all of this individually? So we can't necessarily help the world all in one go, but we can start at home with ourselves, and what difference can we make, which that ripple effect out then does help the world. But that's a good place to start. So that's what I'm picking up today. Be interested to find out what you're sensing, what you're resonating with, because just because I'm getting that doesn't necessarily mean that's the same message for you. So, it just starts the ball rolling. It gets you thinking about it, thinking outside of the box, which can be really helpful. And yeah, it helps to set you free. Sometimes though, we just need to start with the smallest thing. What one little thing would change it all. Because everything does. We don't have to do a massive, take massive action. One small action can have a massive effect. So just remember that, folks. Okay, let's do some tapping then. With that all in mind, Get yourself nice and comfortable in your seat, or if you're standing, make sure that you're evenly balanced with both feet on the floor, and take a nice deep conscious breath in. So breathing in through the nose, sighing out any stresses. Once again, let's do it again. Breathing in, filling yourself up with new energy. Sighing out any pressures, any thoughts which are no longer serving you, anything that you need to let go of, that you need to break free from. See yourself, giving yourself permission for it to be gone. Let it go, let it go. Okay, so let's get tapping on that, because tapping really does help us to let go of stuff. It just eases us into the next moments with a little more forgiveness of heart, a little more lightheartedness as a whole, because life can get a little bit heavy at times. So let's lighten it up and keep taking those breaths down to the beginning of the eye now. And just be gentle as you tap on your face. Remember, the skin is quite sensitive around here. So, letting go, being willing to let go. Side of the eyes. Remember, we're on the ridge of the skull here, around the eyeball. So just find your rate and rhythm. And then down under the eyes, directly under here. And then under the nose. And just let your finger lightly tap away here. I like this one. It feels good. Really settling into this moment now. The more we tap, the more relaxed we become. Under the lower lip, on the chin. Letting go. Breaking free. Releasing yourself from whatever it is for you. Easing yourself out of situations that you no longer wish to be in. Collarbone. So that's just the area of the girdle of the collarbone that you can feel. You can feel two knobbles here. Just let your fingers drop down just below them. And there's a nice little indentation there. So here I'm just letting all my fingers just tap on this area. And you can be a little more vigorous here if you wish, if that feels right for you. So being willing to let go and let flow. Emptying out the old. We need to do that to make room for some new, whatever it is, whatever you wish. We're making space here. Okay, thymus point, so right in the center of your chest there. Again, you can use all fingers, just as we were here on the collarbone, coming down to the center of the chest, the sternum. And behind here is the thymus gland. So, whilst all glands are important for the immune system, this one is in particular. And with it being situated here on the chest, you can expand that and come back up and come right, just tapping right across the chest. And this is really invigorating, really energizing. and really helps to clear the chest and helps you to breathe in more deeply and really get that oxygen right into the depths of your lungs and empty out the old, you know. So, okay, so coming down to under the arms and directly under the arm there. And again, just letting all the fingers tap in that area, and you can either do one side and come to the other side, or like myself, I find it's really comforting coming to both sides at once. So it's like that virtual hug, yeah, virtual but real. Real for us when there's nobody else around to give us one. So making sure that your shoulders are down. And if it helps, breathe into them and just ask yourself to relax. Shoulders, relax. We hold a lot of tension across our shoulders and into the neck. So helping ourselves to let go of that tension, we can breathe directly into those areas. Just have that, you know, that focus, that, yeah, you're intending to breathe into those areas, and that's where your attention is then. And it's asking yourself to assume another position, just acknowledging that you're all connected, you know, every part of your body is you, it's what makes up you. And often when there's something going on which might be giving us pain or discomfort, we disconnect from it and ignore it. And actually, it only encourages that part of the body to start shouting at you, and the pain or the discomfort gets stronger and bigger. So yeah, just stay connected and know that it will pass. It will pass, and especially when you are directly connected and loving it. You love it into submission rather than fight. Fighting just brings more angst, it brings more pressure, it brings more this isn't happening, more awareness that you aren't getting what you are wanting. So actually, when we turn the tables and we are focused on what we do want more than what we don't want, that is the key. Yeah, that's the secret, folks. Really, it is. Focus more on what you do want than what you don't want. So coming back to the top of the heads now. Remember, take a nice deep breath in whenever you need to. Not to stifle anything. So if you feel like yawning, coughing, spluttering, they're all ways of releasing physically from your body. Yeah? And that always gives us a sense of relief. So finding gentle ways to release. So continuing, let's do another round. Down to the beginning of the eyebrows once more. Releasing, letting go of any residual stuff that keeps you stuck. Letting go, give yourself permission. Because they come in waves, and especially when we do this, you can feel a sense of relief as one thing comes to the surface and then seems to disappear, and you feel differently about it. But then it gives the next thing that was underneath that an opportunity to come to the surface. So tapping on the side of the eye now. And it's easy for us to think we've no longer got to deal with something, and that's it. We've buried it deep. We're very good at doing that, but it's still there. It's still there, so Knowing and finding ways to process these things, these emotions, is really key to feeling good and to your well-being as a whole. Under the eyes now. Releasing, letting go. Frustrations, anxieties, stresses and strains, letting them go. Under the nose. Physical sensations. Breathe into them. Give yourself permission to let them go. And there are always clues, there's always reasons for us to have a physical sensation that our body is communicating. You know, isn't that incredible when you think about it? How amazing is that? How clever is that? Because if we didn't have that communication system going on, how would we know to take our hand away from the fire? Yeah, so it's part of what keeps us safe. So trust your body. Trust it. Collarbone. Your body is always doing its best. It may not feel like it sometimes, but I promise you, it always does its best. Because that's physiologically and biologically what it's designed to do, to survive. So it will do exactly what it needs to do to bring you back into balance at every moment in time. That's just happening. You don't have to do anything to make that happen. But what you do need to do is to trust yourself and to create exactly the perfect environment to support your health and wellness. Thymus point. So all these areas, you know, your food that you put on the table, how you prepare it, how you eat it, when you eat it, how much you eat it, all these things you have control over. And what we put into our bodies are the building blocks of us. So there's lots of ways that we can help ourselves. Under the arms. Feeling so much better now. It's a great way to get into the afternoon after lunchtime. Of course, this can be the time when we feel a bit sleepy. So that's another option, is to have a power nap. Just 20 minutes, that's all we need. So it doesn't disrupt our night's sleep. It's amazing what it can do. Yeah. Back to the top of the head. Taking in another nice conscious deep breath in now. Yeah. Right, let's do one more round. I think we've got time for one more round. Let's fill ourselves up with that new vitality, new energy. And all those wonderful opportunities which are just waiting for us to connect with. Beginning of the eyebrow. Side of the eye. Under the eyes. Under the nose. Chin. The world is a magical place. The miracles are there. They're here right now. And there's lots of opportunities. We can be so busy we miss them though. So just know that they're there and you'll see them. Embrace them. They're not always what you think as well. Collarbone. So breathing in, that's beautiful life force energy. It's what sustains us. It's what sustains life here on earth. Thymus point. And just think, we're all breathing in this same air. That's what connects us. Incredible, isn't it? That's an incredible thought. Because it just is. Under the arms. And back to the top of the head now. One final deep breath in. Sighing out. Let's stretch out. Let's stretch those fingers, stretch those toes, spread them apart, spread them wide. Bringing in some deeper, bigger, lengthening stretches to the whole of your body. Coming up from your feet, through your legs, your hands into your arms. Stretch your neck, reach up tall, some shoulder rolls. Really get yourself moving on the spot here so that you're fully present back in your physical body, ready to reconnect with whatever's coming next. Okay, wow, I hope that has done it for you and that you have helped yourself to break free. Yeah, so this dolphin demonstrates that by showing he's flying, you know, normally a swimmer, but he's flying. And yeah, when do you get that feeling of soaring with ease through life where everything's just flowing? So sometimes we have to let go of things, we have to break free of things to have that and feel that complete freedom. Freedom of movement, freedom of being. So I'll pop a photograph of that in the commentary thread. And in the meantime, I shall wish you a fabulous weekend, which is coming up very quickly, and it sounds like we're going to be in for a hot weekend, so suits me fine. And I will see you next Tuesday at 10 o'clock, same place, same time. So if you need any extra help, just message me. And anyway, let us know how you're getting on with the tapping in general. We really would love to hear your stories and what a difference it's making for you. In the meantime, that's me, Susan Gardner from Meta Wellbeing, Holistic Solutions for Health. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Okay, bye for now. Bye, everyone.